Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here today with Gibson and Rich, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is his ability to follow and understand his formal on-leash obedience commands. Now, we know that when he came, he had some training, but this is training with no reactivity on his part. Rich is using a regular 6-foot web training leash. He keeps the bulk of the leash folded neatly in his right hand, which leaves his left hand free to give any little correction that's needed, and the only correction that we give is a little tug and release on his training collar. And knowing Gibson as you do, sometimes previously when he was corrected, he would come back at you, and hopefully during this whole video you will see that he can be gently corrected without being reactive. So he is sitting very nicely at Rich's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. And the first exercise that they're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. Heeling is proper leash walking without him dropping his head, putting things into his mouth, leading the walk, looking up at Rich occasionally to make sure he's where he should be. Rich does some turns to keep him focused. Very nice heeling, and when Rich stops his feet, Gibson has been taught to sit to wait for his next command. And the next command that Rich is demonstrating is his sit-stay. And I would definitely put these commands into practice with him on a daily basis and use them in your communication with him in your house. When Rich returns back, he walks right back to his shoulders. He gives him a little click for a reward. And typically when you use a clicker and a treat. But we have found that you can effectively use a clicker as praise without using food. Nice sit. Now if he doesn't sit, Rich will say no sit and give that little tug that we talked about earlier. But Gibson doesn't react in a negative manner. This is your come on command. It's Gibson come. He comes and sits and he gets rewarded for a good job. And we have worked with him not only in the privacy of the campus here, but out in public. So he is capable of doing all these things when you go for a walk, in your house, outside. Nice recall. Rich praises him. But you can see that Gibson's pretty relaxed. If there's a distraction, if the wind blows and it rustles the leaves, he may get a little distracted, but he's not reactive to the person on the other end of the leash. This is your down. Now there's somebody in the back blowing leaves and walking through the leaves in the back behind our fence. That's not us. And he's holding his stay, even though there's somebody relatively close rustling through the leaves. Rich walks right back to heel and praises him for a good job. Gibson gets right up and starts to heel again. And if you have a blanket or a bed or a place for him to call his place, like we have out here, he knows go to place and down and stay. And when he got a little distracted, Rich just took a step in so that he didn't break his stay. He told him no, no grumbling, no growling, no lunging. He's come an incredibly long way. We're anxious for you to take him home and practice all of these skills at home. He's been a little challenging, but we really are proud of his progress. I think you will be too. So we have demonstrated for you the new and improved Gibson. We've enjoyed having him. He's been a good boy. He tries really hard. We will see you tomorrow. And thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training.